Okay, yeah, I'm Metro. This ship was made by Mioni, and today we're going to talk about big builds. Now, this would be where there'd be like music and a badass intro, but I don't have one yet, so instead we're just going to get right into it. Now, if you were watching the last part of this series, I showed you the ins and outs of the server, the parts that Poggy built. He built some good things. He built like a temple. He built like a cat and some, I think a blacksmith, or no, I think it was a calculation tower, right? Something like that. So it's pretty cool. Now, this, like as I said, this ship is built by Mioni, but it's really a small part of a bigger picture, which we are going to show off now. Something I'd like to call Aceville. If you haven't heard of AceGamesTV, well, what the fuck are you, like, how are you watching this? I don't, I don't know, but if you want to leave a comment in the description about how you're watching this, if you haven't heard of Ace Games TV, that'd be great, so I can understand. But anyway, so this is a ship. Just just gonna start here. There's beds. Now the funny part about these beds is when you bunk in them, you get burst through the ceiling. I'm not sure why that is. Either way, I wouldn't do that. But on the other side is the cargo hold. It's gonna hold. I think cargo, probably going to be a good thing to have. Just going to dump all this shit in here. I don't want it. Don't know why it's here. Just dumping it. Hold on, dumping it. Dump it. Oh, it's all gone. Okay. Okay, so this is the cargo hold. There's a loading bay for, outside access to the ship. Have a walk around here. I think there's some more stuff somewhere. That might be it down here. We'll head upstairs, and you see we are on a giant airship. Now, why is this significant? To the right kind of spoils it, but this is a ship docked at what we're calling Aceville, or Acetown, I guess. It is a town built for Ace games directors, basically. People who want to come on this server and play, maybe start up a series that can go on Ace, and that is ultimately the goal, hence why I'm doing this. So we're just going to have a quick walk around this place, show you guys what's up, and then we will explain what's going to be happening with this place in the future. Okay, so this is essentially where it starts. This is a dock. I think, whoa, is that a chicken? Yeah, so this is a place where chickens land. If you're new to cities, the way things work is you drive to them with a dock, and you park that there. So here's one of the vehicles that you would drive to a dock. It's called like a wagon or something. This one was made by a director called Magnus or Narimza. He does all kinds of stuff for the channel. You should check him out. There won't be a link in the description though, because I don't give a fuck. But we're gonna check out the ship nonetheless. It looks like it's got stone and wood, which is good. Definitely need those two things. Oh, that's racist. Don't look at that. But yeah, that's a dispenser. It's gonna shoot arrows. This is basically, it's like, it's firing button kind of thing. So, that's not what I was looking to do. I broke the button instead. Now that was actually intentional, right? I just wanted to show you how this game is just too easy. That's a different series, isn't it? Okay, so I can't find the button, and I don't care to find it right now. We're going to continue to move on. Show you this ship real quick. There's books. There's a book floating on a stone. I don't know what that is. There's a box, the circle, and there's signs. So this is a really important part of every ship. It's good to have boxes and signs and books floating on other things. And that's about that. Just going to head out and show you the rest of the ship. I really enjoyed the sails. I thought that was one of the best parts of this. It's got a big cross, even though Poggy said we should keep religious symbols off the server just in case some people get angered by it. I told them to eat a dick. Okay, the next part we're going to be showing off is the pathway into the city. Now this is something I built by hand. It's kind of a design I've repeated in the past, but I like the way it looks, especially when you're moving at high speeds. And this is going to be like kind of like the archway into the city. You'll notice there's a torch over there, which is a really fundamental part of this. You'll walk into the city. This is essentially supposed to be like a town hall type thing, perhaps a welcome center. There's a porch. This is supposed to be a chair, but it's really just a step with 2 signs on it. Don't tell anyone, or I'll ban you. And you could look over at just the tremendous view. You see that sand and that tower. Now those towers play an integral role in the city's defense. So that's an important part of, any city having defense. Now this is just going to be like a public little area. It would appear that it has been edited since I created it, but that's fine. It's good to have other people doing stuff. Also checking out your shit. I like the vines. I felt they remind me a lot of Modern Warfare 2. This part here is really the meat of the city, where the city, it couldn't be a city without houses, right? So this is eventually, since we're using that Townie mod, you're going to be able to move into these houses and make them your own. Like, you can live in these houses and do things from them. So people who want to come and be a part of the server and be a part of my town, the Ace Town, can easily come and do that. And they could come in these houses and they could do whatever the fuck they want. And they could, put a bed and maybe like a torch. No, don't put that there. It's okay. But you could do, anything other than the torch part. And that's just going to be that. It's going to be piece easy. You're just going to make a house and you're going to live in my town. You'll pay tax just like anybody else in real life or in game. I really enjoy the texture pack I'm using right now, and the way the wood looks along with stone. So that's why I've made these paths out of wood and stone. This part here is the fountain. It's pretty nice, I think. It's not, usually I make it about double the size, but I was pretty limited in terms of space for this. So I made it a bit smaller. It looks kind of good, though. The middle is obsidian, and it's usually a lot more pronounced. But what are you going to do? Okay, next part of this big build is going to be this blacksmith and this pig. Both integral parts of the city, equally frustrating to get in position and where you wanted it. When I was building this pig, it kept moving. In fact, I think you can see what I'm talking about here. Huh? It's a bit of a pain. And also, when I was building this blacksmith, I had not calculated it properly. I wanted it to line up with this path, and I had done it 1 over. Well, actually, I guess 2 over. So it lined up on this side, like there was like wood in here, kind of thing, instead of in there. And that was just shit, because it looked terrible. So what I had to do was I had to restructure it basically and remake the map here. But either way, this is supposed to be the blacksmith. That's supposed to be like an anvil thing. That's a wall of furnaces. This is a window. And this is a pool. Like, if you've ever seen Lord of the Rings or anything that has like a blacksmith in it, you realize that every blacksmith also has a beach and a pool. So that's an important part of it. And here's another cross just to piss Poggy off. Don't tell him though. And then the pig. I said the pig. And the flowers. Okay, there's flowers. Now this is one of my favorite parts of the map. There's the inn. This is supposed to be like a pub type place. It's not really an inn. It's more of a pub. I enjoy the walkway I made. This is the first time I've designed this walkway. I think it's pretty cool. It's like a convoluted circle type thing. And on the inside, we walk in and somebody put white wool there, but that's cool. You got a nice little view out back. There's a bit of a fountain. We got a table. It's supposed to be a table. There's chairs. That's the bar where there'd be like a cute chick serving beer. And this is the bar, right? The pub. We'll check out next the marketplace. Now this is a little marketplace I made, just a template design really. I like the way the sandstone looks, gives it like a bit of a rustic feel. But another really cool part about this mod is you can come in here and you can make these into shops. You can make your own shops, as I mentioned last video. But it's kind of cool, so I figure we might as well add something like that to the town. I don't really have any specific plans for it though. You're gonna keep walking up here though. More houses. There's another house there. There's some sand. This was painstakingly as a real challenge to get there. Same with this cow. Another big problem. It's really hard to build stuff this small and make it move. The AI is quite a pain. Here's another house. Right there, another house. And that small cave was easy to make. This is kind of like a dock, another port. You'll see a trend that's more of like an island town. Usually I build it as like a castle town, but I found a really cool island when I started doing this, so I figured might as well make it that. I've never really done that before. Now this is the church, another pride of mine. I always make a church. I like the way this one looks. Probably one of my favorite. I decided this time instead of, I usually do like a glowstone walkway up to the altar, but instead what I did was I laid glowstone and then put that water down there to make it look, I don't know, the water doesn't look great in this texture pack, but either way, I mean, if you have a problem, you can literally just die. You can go die, eat a fucking dick, because I won't answer it. But other than that, yeah, this is the church. Oh, I shouldn't have sworn in church, should I? That's bad karma. Anyway, yeah, we got a cross, another cross. That's, I think, 4 crosses now. The church doors are always open, so we'll leave those open. Here's another path. This part is upcoming in development. This is going to be a graveyard here. I haven't gotten to it yet. I've lost motivation, but I will retain it. Down here is going to be a castle, and I plan on making a fighting area, like a barracks type area. I'm going to make fighting dummies. Should be interesting, and stuff that you can do like that. But this is the castle. We'll have a quick look at the castle. It's modeled almost directly after the castles in England, where they're shit and broken down. So this is that. Now over here you'll see a pumpkin and like a farm basically. This is this is ground control. I mean, no, wait, that's not what I want to say. This is something that anybody who's part of this town could come and get their hands on basically if they want. They want wheat, they want pumpkins. I'm trying to find seeds. Man, I wish there was some filter for this creative mode shit. Those are the pumpkin and melon seeds. That's another word. But yeah, anybody could come here. Anybody could pick up a piece of wheat. You see there's already a guy here. He looks like a sheep. He's picking up some wheat. He's instead of picking it up, he's eating it, I think, straight up. Maybe that's why there's no wheat in that one part. I can't find seeds. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, we're not going to waste our time with that. That's a mushroom. It's getting dark, but there's a sheep farm here, watermelons, pumpkins, ducks. And then, like I said, this area is going to be kind of a training grounds, and this is where the island ends. So this is going to be where zombies catch on fire and then put themselves out. And finally, it's going to be a dock with a cow to basically the jungle. Now this is JumanjiCraft, right? That's why I picked that island. Nearly all this map is jungle and is around jungles and is jungle themed. So that was one of the only places that wasn't. Felt like a really good idea for like a civilization to take place. And if you don't think so, just leave a comment in the description and I'll ban you. Okay? So that's been me. I've been Metro. You've been you. So yeah. Nah, JK, video's not over. Yeah, I found a complex cave system underneath the town, but that's not why I'm still talking. Basically, I wanted to bring up the fact that this server is open. You know, like I said in the last video, hopefully you watched it. If you didn't, get fucked. We watched, the server develop from the start. Basically, Poggy, like I said, friend of the channel, has put a lot of time and effort into this and really deserves your attention on it. If you like Minecraft, if you like building, you like survival mode, this server's got a bit of everything for you. I don't think he's just going to give anyone creative that wants it, but if you're interested in a very intense, Minecraft survival, you could come and have that as well. Build your own town maybe out of scratch, and he'll totally respect that. But the link is going to be in the description. It's JumanjiCraft.net or some shit. There's definitely a website for it. You can check out stuff. You can donate. But basically what the plan is here, guys, we have a few Minecraft directors on, and the goal is we're going to use this server as a branching point. Anybody who wants to do Minecraft Minecraft content for this channel can do it on this server. Whether it's, obviously won't be able to do like adventure maps and stuff on the server, but anybody who, it's so dark. Anybody who wants to do anything other than that can pretty much do it. I think, maybe an adventure series on this map, perhaps, you know, a let's play, I don't know, something like that. But if you guys have any interest in that, let us know. This is going to be a continuing part of the series where I show off the builds that have been done in the server and then eventually branch off to other servers to show off big builds. And if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments about what you want to see next. But there's going to be a few towns on this server, and my goal is to check them all out. All right, so you can look forward to that. Look forward to more content coming from me, more content coming from the other directors, especially the guys who helped contribute to this. Big shout out to Magnus and Mione. Check them out. One of them's a really cool dude. I'll leave that up to you, which one it is. Other than that, I'm done. It's daytime in real life, nighttime in game, so that's giving me like vertigo. I gotta go.